Now, after a month of mass shootings rock the United States, there might be some hope from lawmakers that the United States Congress will soon pass a legislation on gun safety. On Sunday, a bipartisan group of senators, they unveiled an agreement bringing about gun safety reforms. This includes support for tougher checks for buyers who are under 21 years old and cracking down on illegal gun sellers. Another provision are the red flag laws, which are aimed at keeping guns out of the hands of those who pose a threat to themselves or others. The senators also called for increased investment in mental health services and school safety resources, as well as barring anyone who is convicted of domestic violence from owning a gun. These proposed changes have the support of 10 Republican senators, which should be enough to get it passed in the Senate, but keeping the support through the legislative process for the next 2 weeks, that is going to be a challenge. US President Biden said that the plans were a step in the right direction, but fell short of what he called for.
Yes, keep marching. It's important. Look, this has to become an election issue. The way people listen, senators, congressmen, is when people say, this is going to affect my vote. Too many people are dying needlessly. And what's even being proposed in the House and Senate is marginal. I mean, it's important, but it's not all that needs to be done. The idea we're not going to do background checks, the idea we're not, anyway, the answer is march.
Now, if passed, this law could be the most significant gun safety legislation to pass Congress in decades. But the agreement notably leaves out provision to expand background checks for all sales or firearm transfers in the country. Currently, background checks are not needed for sales by unlicensed or private sellers. It also leaves out a federal ban on assault weapons and increasing the age at which a person can buy them from 18 to 21. Now, these proposals come as tens of thousands of protesters rallied across the United States over the weekend to call for stricter gun laws in the wake of 2 mass shootings.
A shooter, a mass shooter type shit. Hey, look at it here, a young boy.
We need to stop normalizing this because we are getting to a point of we're constantly getting so many different mass shootings, so many different school shootings that we're just normalizing to the point that we're just this is just a part of life.
And it's hard because I'm very lucky to have not had to face that myself, but there are kids and they're kids that are half my age, 10-year-olds, who are being gunned down in cold blood, and their parents are never going to see them again. They're never going to see their kids again. My parents could come to my high school graduation and they're not going to be able to say the same.
Meanwhile, the National Rifle Association, which is the most powerful gun lobby of the United States, said it would respond once the full text is released, but would oppose any policies that would stop the citizens from protecting themselves or their loved ones. The United States has the highest rate of deaths due to guns among the world's wealthy nations and has already seen over 250 mass shootings in the first 6 months of this year.
I know which one here. 10-06-2017.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.